I'm sharing this because that's the first time I've ever seen a shadow of something and it like take off. What's up, Exeters? Night 2. Marilyn Monroe search. We've given you the history. We've taken you to all the places. But tonight, we're going hunting for Marilyn Monroe here at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel.
So this hotel was built in 1927 and held the first Academy Awards in 1929. It was named after President Theodore Roosevelt. So a lot of Hollywood history is in these walls.
Hopefully we're going to find some of it, some kind of evidence of something. Join us on night 2, Marilyn Monroe. Come with us. Let's do it. Alright guys, so Marilyn Monroe stayed here at the Roosevelt for about 2 years, right? And during that time, she was in the 1200 suite. So we're gonna head down that way. Also, the mirror can sometimes be found in 1200 or out on display downstairs. Now, once again, we don't know if that's the original mirror or whatever, because some say it was the original was broken and this is a replacement. Either way, people have, reported that they, see her spirit in the mirror. So, we'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's really late at night / early in the morning, and these rooms are like right near us. So we're right in front of the elevator right now. So we're gonna be like really quiet and just walk through the halls and see if we see anything.
Let's do it.
Here,
got our meter.
We got our meter right here with the temperature up on it. And I'm gonna pull up Ghost Tube on my phone and let him have that. There he is, his little stick figure. They can have that.
Okay, so we're on the 12th floor of the Roosevelt. Down this hall right here is the Gable Lombard Suite, 1200. Supposedly her spirit also is attached to this floor, this building, this suite, something. Carol Lombard. Not sure about her husband, Clark Gable. I don't know, it hasn't really been reported, but she definitely has. Come to find out, through a little more research, that we were thinking Marilyn Monroe's suite was in the tower. Her suite is actually where we've been staying, over in the Cabana area. So, I'm gonna go check that out. I think it was like room 2 something. 225.
229. Close.
229, okay. So, suite 229. So, we're gonna go check that out. First, we're gonna go down here. See if we can get anything. Because we got our stuff today. Alright, let's go. Oh, she's getting hot already.
Maybe it's warm up here.
No. The first time it's ever spiked to a 1.3.
Oh yeah, usually you do that at the Bill Bar.
No, usually it's like a 0.5, 0.3. is spiking. 1.6, 1.8, 1.9, 2. It's never gone that high. 2.1.
You can talk a little louder. So I wonder, this is
2.6.
so they have this one, the Gable and Lombard suite. But
I told you that.
I thought she stayed in 1200.
I told you it said Gable Lombard.
But this is, Carol Lombard is one of them too.
I don't know what.
The ghost here.
Well, when chick is spiking up at this room, she's spiking hard.
Okay, anything on the
2.7.
phone?
It's up to a 3. 3.1. No, nothing.
No, you gotta do it up and down the halls.
Smile, you're on camera. Look, it's going back down. Yo, it's going back. It's staying up, but it's not nearly as up as that freaking ring. So, I'm just to let y'all know, we took a nap, because we were tired from going on. And, of course, we had sleep with the TV on. Renee claims off that when she got her phone that the TV was off. And when she rolled over to get her phone and rolled back, she heard the TV click on it, and it was on, but yet the remote was on my side of the bed on the stand.
There is no claims that happened.
I mean, I'm just telling them I didn't mean claims like you was lying. I was just...
No, whenever, like you said, the TV was on, okay, and I know sometimes TVs cut off, like if you don't change the channel or anything for so long, but we turned that TV off and left our room at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and that TV was still on close to 12:30 last night when we got back. It was still on. So we both fell asleep with it on. He put the remote on the table on his side of the bed. And it was not dark in our room, but it was dark because just this low light was on whenever I woke up and I turned over. And then I heard a click, like the sound of the TV cutting on.
It made me jump.
And a light come on, and when I rolled back over, the TV was on.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's down to 0 now. Well, it's going back up. It was at 0 before.
I walk down there and see. Zero.
feel like
Oh,
I feel like we're on Ghostbusters and we're walking the halls looking for Slimer. How they're all like going in, they're all like scanning the walls and stuff. It's going up. It's up to a 0.8. Still nothing on the ghost tube though. It went back down. Somebody's in that room.
awake.
Hmm?
Awake. Would you hear him awake?
No, yeah, I saw the thing on the door. So, unlike the Biltmore, on the Biltmore we were actually picking stuff up with a ghost tube in the hall.
And
And the EMF.
Even when we went to Waverly Hills, I never got anything on that app.
But at the Biltmore we did. Like, it was prominent.
I know the Biltmore is the first time I've actually seen it pick something up.
And this thing was pretty active. But it never went as high as it did down at 1200 at the Biltmore. Now the temperature hasn't really changed. It's holding at 74.4. But this thing is going crazy. And if you guys see me like holding it kind of funny, it's because these things are not like 100% bulletproof, so to speak. So, I mean, things can interfere with it. Like if you hold it too far to the top, you have the potential more to, especially if the REM pod part was on. So I always hold it the furthest away from the sensors down actually on the battery pack. That way my essence doesn't mess with it. So we're in the elevator going down to the 9th floor. This is where this is where Montgomery Clift is rumored to be really active outside of his room, which was 928. People have also inside the room have experienced stifling coldness, something brushed past them, and even a full apparition of Montgomery Clift. So let's go try to check that out.
I've heard they've also heard him playing his instrument, practicing his instrument in the room, and also whenever people have slept, they feel like a presence like holding them in the bed, almost like sleep paralysis, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, sleep paralysis. Marlon Brando. Warren Beatty. Robert Redford. Alright, 928. On to the right.
Hello, did anybody call for a ghost? I don't know if you guys can hear over this microphone, but as I'm walking, my pants are making this really awkward popping sound.
Nothing on here. Not really getting anything down here.
Are you getting anything on the app up and down the hall?
No. I mean, if his spirit is that active at that room, you would think this would be going crazy. Because the gable Lombard suite, it was like, we ain't never seen it go that high.
Maybe he's off tonight.
I mean, it is 520, so could be dying back down. I got a 0.1, but that could be anything. We don't really get excited over like 0.1s, 0.2s, because especially if it hits that, comes back down, because that could be anything kind of messing with it. But now when it spikes up to like a 1 point something or 0.7891 and then into a 1 point something, that's when we're like, we gotta be getting something, because that's pretty high and it never goes that high. Very warm on this floor.
It's very warm on all of them.
76 on this floor. It was a bit cooler on the 12th. It was like 74.4. I'm surprised we're not getting some. It just went up to a 0.3. Let's be on now. Okay. Not too much activity on this floor like it was on the 12th. And it's about 2.5 degrees warmer up here too.
Still nothing on Ghost Tube.
No, but I mean, I knew it was working, because if I pointed at you, I got the full blown from your knees to, your wrist. So, look, I'm not one to exaggerate something. Like, oh my God, I swear I just saw blah blah.
Nobody does that here.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying I'm not one of those you would.
No, I was making a joke because you're always like, you better stop doing that. Like when I saw that moth last night in the Biltmore.
See,
like, what was that?
But I'm not one to be like, oh man, I definitely see something when I don't. Just trying to make it up, because we both kind of try to debunk stuff first to be like, oh, because there's been several times where she'll be like, I got something, on my phone. She's been taking pictures, what? And I'll look at it and be like, that's a lens flare. And she's like, well, how do you know? You can tell, by the way, whatever. So, just know whenever I tell you we were standing here on the 9th floor doing a little more research to figure out where to go.
Yeah, so we're looking, the reason we were looking is because the Suite 1200 is obviously the gable Lombard suite, and Carol Lombard is said to haunt the hallways in the room, but and we know Marilyn Monroe's suite is in the Cabana building where we're staying.
Or her named suite. They could have just
her
named that.
suite. But everything we've looked at said that 1200 is the room Marilyn haunts.
Because that's the room she stayed at. for 2 years when she was staying here. Now, they could still be where she hunts, and they just named a suite after her over in the cabana and named that one the Gable Lombard Suite because maybe they stayed there too a few times when they were here. So
just know we're confused on that, so we're not saying one's definite. So if you know for sure, leave us a comment that says, oh, Marilyn does haunt 1200, or tell us, no, Marilyn haunts the cabana. Either way, we're going to go over to the cabana room also.
That way, when we come back, we can do a little more. But anyway, what I was getting at with the exaggeration is while we were standing here next to the elevators, looking that up, see if we could find anything that said, no, that's not her suite, yes it is, whatever. Now, this thing has not gone off on this floor. You guys saw that, at all. But when I tell you I'm not exaggerating, or I'm not an exaggerating person, while we were standing here, all the hairs on my arm just went, okay, we're ghost hunting, that's to be expected sometimes, right? What's not is out of the corner of my eye is a shadow that as I look, it goes, and it goes that way. I ran and stuck this around the corner.
You saw it right here?
Yes, right there where, I'm standing here. I could see it, kind of on the wall, like somebody's shadow, like I'm casting on the 915 light. And I see it out of the corner of my eye, and as I turn to look, I literally, with my own eyes, see it move that way. So I ran and stuck this around the corner. And it still never went off, it never picked up. But I'm telling you, I don't exaggerate when I'm I saw something, I saw this, I saw that. No, I'll be the first to tell you, I ain't see nothing. Unless I actually did. And that's, I kid you not, it was like a full-blown shadow. I'm casting right now on this wall. But it was right there. Only it was like a person.
Like a man?
And no taller than me. I mean, from what I could tell, but the shadow of the light kind of makes its own shadow on up the wall. But the bottom half of it, it was like this. Almost like it was trying to peek around the door. And then as I turned to look, it moved. But whenever I ran around, I still didn't get nothing on this. And we know this thing works. So that's why I was instant after that, it was whole body cheers. It went that way. So it was if I'm the shadow, it was like this.
Are you getting anything
like it was,
ghost tube now?
Like it was peeking. Like it was trying to be here and peek around the corner, and when it saw me turn my head.
You getting anything like ghost tube now?
You got the phone.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm sharing this because that's the first time I've ever seen a shadow of something, and it take off whenever I look. And like I said, I'm not one to over exaggerate and be oh man, I just saw a full body apparition on Ghostbusters, and oh God, I think it bumped it on my arm. So if I'm I saw something, because after that, I went from a little bit of chills to my entire body was what the?
Did your butthole pucker?
No, but my body started getting that Winston Zeddemore on Ghostbusters 2 when the train's coming at him, and he's the whole body tensed up. Somebody's coming, that's why I'm running. So this is the Blossom Ballroom. It's currently locked. big, massive doors.
So supposedly there's a ghost of a man that wears a tuxedo that haunts this ballroom.
A man in tuxedo haunts the Blossom
He
Ballroom.
didn't have a name. He's just a man in a tuxedo.
He's just a tuxedo guy, you know. He likes to look
They said he was
snazzy.
nominated for an award. So I wonder, but obviously, like, he had to be somebody, so I wonder why he don't have no name.
Maybe they just couldn't remember it. Who got nominated or something. This is a big, nice ballroom.
So I had a blind moment, and I was pushing all the doors when I should have been pulling.
Yeah, she's like pushing, like checked all these 3 big doors like this. She's pushing all of them. She's like, I guess it's locked. And the hinges on the outside clearly showed that it was a pull door, not a push. This is nice though.
So people have also reported like 10-degree like shifts in temperature change in here.
It's definitely a lot cooler in here than it was up on the
We got
ninth
something
floor.
over here. Well, it's not. We got dots. We don't have a.
Oh, you are getting something on there.
We don't have our little green stick man yet. It's gone now.
Okay, guys. Alright, so we have found Marilyn Monroe's mirror. This is a big freaking mirror.
Or supposed mirror. Like I said, it's rumored that this mirror was actually broken and this is not the real mirror. But if it is, if her spirit is still attached to it, so supposedly you can see her in the mirror looking at herself.
I mean, the only thing I see in the mirror is my fine self. It's probably why you can't see her. I'm overshadowing her beauty.
Supposedly, another place where you can see Marilyn Monroe's ghost is by this pool. Well, it's lost our night. The sun's coming up because it's 5-something in the morning. Also, another ghost that supposedly haunts the hotel is a little girl named Caroline that people have seen in a blue dress that's always looking for her mom.
That's sad.
And it also reports that a lot of these ghosts don't particularly just hang out in one spot. They like to roam the hotel.
I mean, why
They're
not?
very playful ghosts, like to play pranks on people. And
Like the TV this morning.
I mean, I swear that TV was not on.
I'm just saying, like the
And I was
TV.
like, yeah, that TV cut on by itself. But yeah, so we're going to walk around the pool, and then our last spot, because we have a flight to catch this morning, our last spot to go, we're going to try to find the suite that is actually named after Marilyn in the Cabana House, which is the building surrounding the pool. This is where we are staying.
So I want you guys to know we got on this floor. Hers, this thing was up to a 6.1. It's at a 5.2 now. Is that still at a 5.2? 13.8. 13.8. It has never went that high. Holy crap.
Where's the room at?
Did you pass it?
And that's what I was asking.
It's
you.
gone. It's gone. It's down to a 0.6. No, this is the odd hall. That was the even over there. Well, it's bite whenever I was getting our thing. Alright, guys. So this is it. There it is. Marilyn Monroe Suite 229. And its active is up to a 4.6. 5.6. It's outside. It's literally where you're standing. Look. 2.2. 0.3. 4.2. 6.7. 6.8. Is outside her. Because somebody in her room, she's being respectful.
Who's out here with me?
That's crazy.
Get a girl's voice. What is your name? Is it still up?
So 3.4 right there. 4.
What is your name?
It's down as well. It's a 2.8, but 5.1.
Are you a female? Does Marilyn...
Wait, hold on.
Is Marilyn Monroe here? Marilyn Monroe, are you here? Is it not down there?
In the stairwell it does. It's still like 4, between a 4 and a 6 out here in this hallway.
Like right here, where no.
On around that corner. 5.5. 5.7.
3.
6. 3. That's you.
Just maybe now. Right here.
Yeah, but it was active on the backside too.
How many people are here?
It's a little excessive.
I think it said I'll accept. That's a wrap for the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel.
Cut, print, edit.
So we got some spikes on the EMF meter.
Some big spikes. Bigger than what we got at the Biltmore. Way bigger.
Not really any intelligent responses whenever I was trying to see if anybody was with us whenever it did spike. And apparently, ghost TV. And
Shadows.
shadow.
Definitely shadow. Good Lord, I'll never forget that. Alright, so if you haven't done so already, bears repeating. Subscribe, because what are you waiting on at this point? These videos are freaking getting more and more awesome. So, subscribe.
And it helps us. Like,
Yeah.
when you subscribe, like, it helps build the channel, and viewing the videos, they help.
Yeah. And building our confidence to continue to get better and better at what we're trying to do.
Know, hey, maybe we don't suck quite so bad.
Make sure you ring the notification bell on there, because that allows you to get notifications whenever we do post new content. That way, because we try to stick to a steady schedule.
No, we don't. Don't lie.
No, I mean, we do, but I mean, it bears repeating that this is not our full-time job.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
So,
we both have full-time jobs.
With two full-time kids.
I work night shift, and he works day shift.
Yeah.
He works a pretty much 8 to 5 type job. Like that, I work 12-hour shifts, so.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is not our full-time job. We would love for it to be one day. That way we could just put out content for you guys and put out more of it. But until then, like I said, that's why we try to get on a schedule of posting. Sometimes we're able to stick to it, sometimes we're not. But if you ring that notification bell, circling back, then you won't miss out when we do post, in case it is on a week where it's not coming out, but once or on a different day. So, alright, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. We sure enjoyed making it.
But we got a flight to catch, so we got to pack.
Yep. So we'll catch you guys down the road at the next exit. Later.